So today we're going to approach a new topic, okay? It is the comparison between gerunds and infinitives, okay? So what are the gerunds? The words that end in ing, right? And we have some examples. Guillermo, can you help me with the gerunds examples, please?
Okay, verbs plus ing, reading, singing, walking.
Okay, perfect. Reading, singing, and walking, right? Pretty nice. And the infinitives are the verbs that have the word to before them, right? So, Robert, can you help me with those examples, please?
Yeah, to eat, to sleep, to study.
Yes. So you see, that is one difference, right? Gerunds and in ing and infinitives have the word to before them, right? And the pronunciation is different, right? So let's see. We have the pattern of our structures. Normally, we call the object the complement, right? They are called objects because we have direct object, indirect object, complement object. We have many objects, but they are complements, right? So we have the subject. In the subject, as subject, we can have nouns, any noun, we can have gerunds, or we can have infinitives, and also in the objects or the complement, right? We can have nouns, gerunds, or infinitives, right? But when do we use which, right? So let's see. We have an example here. Caleb, can you help me with the example, please?
Snowboarding is her favorite sport.
Yes,
Subject plus verb plus object.
yes. So you see, as the subject, what do we have as subject?
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding, and it ends in ing. So is it a gerund or is it an infinitive?
In this case, it's an infinitive.
Okay, let's remember the difference. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Victoria.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Hello, how do you feel? How is your health?
Hello. Oh, a little bit better. Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad you are okay.
Oh, thank you, Victoria. So let's see. Remember the difference between gerunds and infinitives. So
yeah,
gerunds,
it's a gerund, but
yes,
it acts like an infinitive.
it acts
Or
like
well,
an object. You see?
oh,
As
okay,
subjects,
okay.
we can have nouns, gerunds, and infinitives. And in objects, we can have nouns, gerunds, and infinitives, right? So in this example, we have a gerund as a subject, right?
As a
And that
subject.
gerund is snowboarding, right? It ends in ing. Pretty nice.
Okay,
Now
then
let's see.
so it works like a subject. Okay, got it.
Yes, it is acting like a subject. Perfect. Now we have another example. Ronnie, can you help me read the example, please?
She likes reading.
Yes, he likes reading. In this case, we have an object, right? Which is the object in this sentence, Ronnie?
Reading.
Reading, right? And reading, is it a gerund or an infinitive? Here we have gerunds are verb plus ing. Infinitives are the word to plus verb. So reading is a gerund or an infinitive?
It's a gerund.
A gerund, perfect. And you see, it is acting as an object, right? In this example is a subject. In this other example is an object, right? So we have the two options, as a subject and as an object. Now let's see. We have another example. Victoria, can you help me with this example, please?
They need to study.
They need to study, right? So in this case, we have an object. What is the object of this sentence, Victoria?
Infinitive.
It is an infinitive, perfect.
Mhm.
Because we have to study, right? Pretty nice. We have to study as an object. Now let's see. Here we have a chart in which we are going to see throughout the whole class the different forms we can use gerunds and infinitives, right? So the first thing in which we can use gerunds is a verb plus a gerund, right? Remember that a gerund itself is a verb plus ing. So this means that we are going to have a verb plus a verb in ing, right? So let's see the examples for this. Okay, the verbs with which we can use gerunds are the following. Guillermo, can you help me read the verbs, please?
Okay. Consider, discuss, enjoy, finish, keep, practice, quit, recommend, yeah, and suggest.
Okay. So these verbs are the ones that we are going to use before a gerund, right? Only this. So let's see the examples. Oh, we have Frankie. Hello, Frankie. I hadn't seen your name. Can you help me read this example, Frankie, please?
Hello. They
Hey.
having a party this weekend.
Yes, they discussed having a party this weekend. So you see, we have a verb, one of these verbs, which is discuss, and then we have a gerund. Which is the gerund in this sentence, Frankie?
Having.
Having, perfect. So we have the verb discuss in the past, right? And we have the gerund having, right? Pretty nice. So they discussed having a party this weekend. Pretty nice. Let's see the other example. Robert, can you help me read this example, please?
He keeps forgetting to text me.
Yes, another time. We used one of these verbs, which is the verb keep, and we add a gerund, forgetting, right? He keeps forgetting to text me. Okay, so we have a verb plus a gerund, right? Now, we are going to see the same thing with infinitives, a verb plus infinitive. So, for example, we're going to have a verb, the word to, and another verb, right? So let's see the example for this. Oh, we have the verbs in which we can use this rule, right? So Caleb, can you help me read these verbs, please?
Agree, decide, hope, learn, need, offer, plan, promise, and want.
Okay, perfect. So only after these verbs, we are going to use an infinitive, right? So let's see the examples. Ronnie, can you help me with this example, please?
Okay. She decided to apply for a new job.
Okay, she decided to apply for a new job, right? So we have one of our main verbs, which is decide, and we have it in the past. She decided to apply. That is our infinitive, to apply for a new job, right? So here we have a verb plus an infinitive. Pretty nice. Let's see our next example. Victoria, can you help me with this example, please?
They offered to help her move.
Yes, they offered to
Okay.
help her move. So you see, we have another of our main verbs, which is offer, and we add an infinitive, which is to help, right? Pretty nice. Now let's see, before we continue with our chart, tell me if you have a question so far. Or maybe you didn't get something quite right. Tell me.
It doesn't matter the verb in which tense is the first verb.
The tense of the first verb.
Yeah.
No, You can say it in the past, in future, in present, and in any tense of those. In past person, in past perfect, in present continuous, in simple future, whatever.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes. So for example, so we know. Okay, imagine in this example we have the main verb which is discussed in the past. Okay, but we can say, what about the future? Imagine this discussion is going to be tomorrow. We can say they are going to discuss having a party, right? So it doesn't matter the tense of the main verb. And remember, only with these verbs we can use a gerund after. And only with these verbs we can use an infinitive after, right? So you're not going to say, for example, she played to something else, right? Because play is not here, right? Only
Something
these
we
verbs.
have to memorize, right?
Yeah, yes. Yes. We have to know
Okay.
this verb. Mhm. And as you can see, they are not the same. Some verbs
Yeah,
are for
sure.
infinitives and some are for gerunds, right? Another question? Let's see, we were here, right? Mhm. Tell me if you have a question. Or do we continue? Yes, okay. So we have another rule. We have a verb plus a gerund or infinitives. So remember, we have a list of verbs for gerunds. We have a list for verbs with infinitives. And now we have verbs in which we can use gerund or infinitive as you want, okay? In this case, you're going to say, I want to use a gerund. Or you can say,
Teacher,
I want to use an
one
infinitive.
question,
Tell me.
please.
Tell me.
Those lists you showed moments before, they have all the verbs, which we can
Wait.
use with, for example, just
Yes.
with gerunds and just with infinitives.
Yes. Yes.
They are all the verbs in English.
As far as I know, yes, but I can look for more
Oh.
if you want. Yes.
So there are a few then who are like just that you just can use gerund or infinitive with them, and then the rest you can use both.
Yes. In
Okay.
this case, we are going to see with which you can use both gerunds or infinitives, right? And with some of
Okay.
them, you cannot use them, right? That's what we have. Mhm.
Okay,
So for
okay.
yeah, imagine the verb eat as a main verb. Imagine you say, I eat to play, or I eat to forget.
Yeah,
Right?
but
So
you
eat,
can use it like I like to eat, or I like eating. You can say that.
yes, but in that case, you're using it as the gerund or as the infinitive, but not as the verb before a gerund or before an infinitive.
Oh, okay. Like an auxiliary. That's what you meant. Okay.
Yes, yes, exactly. In this case, we
Okay,
are
okay.
using the main verb as the auxiliary of the other one.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you. So now
Teacher,
let's see.
sorry,
Yes. Don't worry.
but if it was that case, you could say, I eat to forget. If
Oh.
you want to say that, you can say it.
No, how would you say I eat to forget?
I don't know. I have the doubt.
Is the idea that you eat in order to forget something?
Yes.
Okay, in
If
that case,
you
you would
could
say
say that, if you wanted to say that, you could
that
say it.
would, yes, but in that case, the to forget is not going to be an infinitive. It's going to be the preposition to and a verb, which is forget. They are apart.
Ah,
If
okay,
you
okay.
have to forget in that context, you're not going to use to forget together. You have to and you have forget.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Thanks. Thanks.
Because
I
you can say
understood.
that I sleep to avoid problems. Okay, but in that case, the to is not
The two
part
is
of the
not part of the yeah, yeah.
exactly. Mhm.
I understand. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So let's see the list of verbs with which we can use a gerund or an infinitive as we want, right? As we please. So let's see, Victoria, can you help me with these verbs, please?
Begin, continue, hate, like, love, prefer, and start.
Okay, so with these verbs, you can use rather a gerund or an infinitive after them, right? And we have some examples. Frankie, can you help me with these examples, please?
I like listening to music. I
Mhm.
like listen to music.
Yes, so you see, we have the verb like, and you can say, I like listening or I like to listening. Either you use a gerund or an infinitive. It is up to you, right? It is your decision. With these verbs, it doesn't matter which you use, a gerund or an infinitive. Yes, Frankie?
In this case, I usually hear I like listening.
Yes, it is more common to say I like listening to music. Mhm. But imagine the word play, the verb play. We always say I like to play football. Or we can say I like playing football. But it is more commonly used I like to play. But it is correct saying I like playing because we are using the verb like, right? So if we use one of these verbs, we can say a gerund or an infinitive after them, right? And we have another example. Let's see, Guillermo, can you help me read these examples, please?
Okay, let's continue talking about this.
Mhm.
And let's continue to talk about this.
Yes. So you see, we can use a gerund or an infinitive. The same case. Let's continue, right? Let's continue talking about this. Or let's continue to talk. We have a gerund, talking, and we have an infinitive, to talk, right? So that is for both. Remember, we have some verbs in which we can use only gerunds, some verbs with which we can use only infinitives, and some verbs with which we can use gerund or infinitive, right? Now, talking about gerunds, we can have a gerund as a subject. You see, subject equals a gerund. So, which are these examples? Here we have an example. Ronnie, can you help me with this one, please?
Gardening is my favorite hobby.
Yes. So let's see. What is the subject of this sentence?
Gardening.
Gardening. Yes. We are talking about the action of gardening, right? So that is our subject, gardening. And you see, it is a verb, garden, with ing, gardening. So that is our subject, right? We are not talking about anything else. We are talking about gardening. So this is a gerund acting as a subject, like the first example that Caleb read, right? And it says snowboarding is something, right? Snowboarding was the subject of the sentence. Now let's see our next example. Robert, can you help me with this example, please?
Meeting new people isn't always easy.
Yes. So which is the subject in our sentence?
Meeting? No. Yeah, meeting.
Meaning, yes. In grammar, we say that the complete subject, we have complete subject and simple subject, right? Like in Spanish, we have sujeto and núcleo del sujeto. We have the same in English. We have complete subject and simple subject, right? So the complete subject in this sentence is meeting new people. But the simple subject, the nuclei of the subject is meeting, right? And in this case, is a gerund, which is meeting, right? Pretty nice. So we have meeting as a subject. Now, oh, tell me, do you have questions so far? We have seen the verbs with the gerund or infinitive and gerund as a subject. tell me your questions. Yes, Caleb, I
teacher.
see you. Yes, Ronnie, tell me.
Yeah, sometimes I have read when you begin a sentence with a verb, you must do it with gerund. I think it's a rule.
Um, let's see. Yes, if you can start a sentence using a gerund, but also you can start a sentence using an infinitive. So infinitives can be subjects too. For example, you can say, to learn English is a very important task. So we have to learn. That is an infinitive because we have the word to plus a verb. Or we can say, imagine, in this case, we can take the gerund meeting and make it an infinitive. And it is going to be also a subject. We can say, to meet new people isn't always easy. So to meet, the infinitive to meet is the subject of the sentence. So yes, you can start a sentence using meeting or to meet, right? Gerunds or infinitives, and they are correct.
Okay, thank you.
But
Okay,
teacher, in which, because I saw in the table you had like adjective plus infinitive. Yes, but when you say adjective, what do you mean? Because an adjective is like a quality of something.
Yes, yes. We are going to see those examples. Do you want me to continue with the adjectives plus infinitives?
Yeah, sure. If no one has any question, we can
Okay.
continue.
Oh my, I don't know what is happening to my internet. Don't think it is your internet, it is mine. Okay, does anybody else have a question or do we continue?
Let's continue.
Okay, so let's see. Adjectives plus infinitives. As Caleb said, adjectives are qualities, right? So we have an example. So Caleb, can you help me read the example, please?
Okay, understand. I was sad to see my test score.
Yes, which is the adjective in our sentence?
Sad.
Sad, yes? That is an emotion. Besides being a quality, it is an emotion, right? It is an adjective. And which is the infinitive?
To see my test score. To see is the infinitive.
Yes, perfect. So you see, we have an adjective plus an infinitive. So we can have that. Also, I think we have an example with that, or maybe after. We can say, it is important to study every day. We have the adjective important, and we have the infinitive to study, right? So we can have adjectives plus an infinitive. Let's see our next example. Frankie, can you help me with this example, please?
Is it difficult to make a cake?
Is it difficult to make a cake? Which is our adjective, Frankie?
Adjective is difficult
Yes, and the infinitive is
to make.
to make. Perfect. So we have an adjective plus an infinitive, right? Let's see. Now we have prepositions, right? Do you remember prepositions? Do you remember prepositions?
Yeah, in Spanish. Yes,
Up,
but
down.
English.
If you remember in Spanish, you can translate them. Yes.
Oh, a, in, between, with, against,
From off.
before, of,
Mm.
since, since, for, I don't know how to translate según. Without, while no. Durante y mediante. Mira, en
Okay.
español sería ante, con, contra, de, desde, en, entre, hacia, hasta, para, por, según, sin, sobre, tras, durante y mediante, pero en inglés no sabría decirlo.
Okay, okay, but you know them, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, in
we
Spanish
have,
and in English, more or less.
yes, a little bit, right? You get a little bit of that. Okay, so in this case, we have prepositions, and after the preposition, we have a gerund, right? So let's see. We have this example. Let's see, Guillermo, can you help me with this example, please?
Okay. I thought about taking piano lessons.
Yes. Which is the preposition, Guillermo?
About
About, yes. And which is the gerund?
taking.
Taking, yes. So we have the preposition about and the gerund taking. I thought about what? About taking piano lessons, right? So we have the preposition about and the gerund taking. Now let's hear next example. Victoria, can you help me with this example, please?
Did you plan on calling me back?
Yes. Did you plan on calling me back? Which is the preposition, Victoria?
On
On. And the gerund?
calling.
Calling. Exactly. So we have the preposition on and the gerund calling, right? Pretty nice. Okay, a question about, tell me your questions about adjective plus infinitive or preposition plus gerund. Tell me if you have any questions. I'm asking you little by little because it's a lot of information, right? Yes, Caleb?
No, I was just thinking about, like, there are a lot of situations where you can use this grammar.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
really interesting.
Yes, they are
Like,
very useful, right? I think this
yeah,
is the first very grammar class that we have, right?
yeah,
I think this is very, very concise in grammar. But yes, it is very useful. You're going to remember this after.
yeah. It's like I have to practice it a lot, but yes, I
Yes, yes.
understand.
And yes, we have to study. Remember, it is important to study every day. So, and remember, the list of the verbs that with which we can use gerunds, infinitives, and both, I am going to send them to you, okay?
Okay,
I'm going to
thanks.
send you the image, so you have them, okay? So, do you have questions about adjective plus infinitive or preposition plus gerund? Or no questions? Robert, I see you like, do I ask? Do I not ask?
No, I'm good.
Are you
I only have
analyzing
to
live?
remember prepositions.
Oh, yes, yes. You have to remember all the prepositions that we have.
Yes.
Or at least the most used one,
Most
right?
common, yeah.
Yeah, the most common one, yes. Okay, so now for the last part of your chart, we are going to see a noun or a pronoun plus an infinitive, right? A noun is anything that you can name, right? And a pronoun, the pronouns that we have, right? You remember subject pronoun and object pronouns, right? In this case, subject pronouns. So let's see, noun or pronoun plus an infinitive. Let's see. Or example. Ronnie, can you help me with this example, please?
The librarian told the students to be quiet.
Okay. The librarian told the students to be quiet. So in this case, we have a noun. Which is the noun, Ronnie?
The noun librarian.
That is this. That is, yes, it is a noun, but in this case, it is the subject. So remember, we have noun
Okay.
or pronoun plus an infinitive.
Students is the noun.
Yes, perfect. So we have students and we have an infinitive. Which is the infinitive, Ronnie?
To be.
Perfect. So we have the noun students plus an infinitive, to be. And we have more complement, right? To be quiet. Pretty nice. Let's see our next example. Caleb, can you help me with this example, please?
We asked them to go to the beach with us.
Yes. In this case, do we have a noun or a pronoun, Caleb?
A pronoun, them.
A pronoun. Yes, perfect. An object pronoun, right? And we have
Yeah.
an infinitive. Which is the infinitive?
To go.
To go. Perfect. So we have
But
an,
I have a question because
yes.
in English, like in Spanish, there are a lot of types of pronouns. You have the relative pronouns, I think, the possessive ones. There are a lot.
Indefinite pronouns.
So yeah, and we can use this structure with all of them, or
Yes,
just with a few of them.
No, we can use them with nouns and pronouns. It doesn't matter what category of pronoun it is. For example, an indefinite pronoun can be anyone. So I can see, or everybody in this case. So we can apply it to this example. I can say, I asked everybody to go with me. We have a pronoun, an indefinite pronoun, because it is everybody, right? Everybody is indefinite. We don't know how many people. We don't know if they are women or men, if they are girls or boys. We don't know anything. It is indefinite. We don't know the number or the gender, right? And we have an infinitive. So we have, I asked everybody. An indefinite pronoun is any type of pronoun.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Another bunch of possibilities to think about.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot of pronouns and you can use any of them.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay. So, people, tell me the question so far. We have completed our charts. So tell me the questions that you have. I know it is a little bit more information than usual, but it is very important, right? I cannot teach you one thing in one class and then the other information in another class because you're going to forget, or you can confuse them, right? Or maybe you attend a class and the other one you don't attend, so you have half the information, right? So I know it is a little bit more, but tell me if you have questions. Don't worry because of that.
Well, personally, I would like to practice to do some exercise in order to learn it.
Yes, to apply this knowledge, right? Yes, we're going to do some practice. Don't worry about that. I have some practices for you. So let's see. If you don't have questions, I do. So let's see. We are going to go in the order as you appear on my screen. So Robert, can you please give me an example with the first category that we have, a verb plus a gerund? Try to remember the verbs. Or do you want me to show the verbs?
No, I got it. Just let me think.
Okay.
Please.
You have to remember the verbs with which we can use a gerund after.
Please remember.
Yes?
Yes.
Do you remember or do you want me to show you just the list?
Show me the list, please.
Okay. There you have it.
Oh. I can say I want to practice skydiving.
Okay, remember that these verbs are the ones that we are using first. This is the first verb that you are going to use. And then a gerund.
Yeah, I told you something like that. No.
You told me I want to practice. So the first verb in your sentence is want.
Want.
Ah,
And we don't have want here. So the first verb that you use has to be one of these.
um, um, I recommend watching um El gato con botas.
Okay, pretty
It was a
nice.
really good movie. Both of them.
Yeah, oh, there too.
Yeah. The second one is
Okay.
recent.
The second one is where a puppy appears, right?
Yeah, a puppy and
Yeah.
a wolf.
The puppy is so
really-
sad. He nearly made me cry. Okay, but yes, the example was right. So we say, I recommend watching. So we have a verb, recommend from the list, perfect. And we have watching, a gerund. Pretty nice, Robert. Thank you very much. Now let's see, Caleb. Please give me an example with the second category that we have, a verb plus an infinitive.
Okay.
Do you want me to show you the list or do you remember a verb?
Well, it would be really nice to have it.
Okay. There we have it.
Okay. And can we change because we can we say like I will decide helping you tomorrow, for example?
Yes, remember that the verbs on these lists, you can use them in any tense.
Any
You
tense.
can
Okay.
you can say for example, with the verb need. I needed, I was needing, I need, I am needing, I will need, I am
Okay.
going to need, I have been needing in any tense. Okay, these verbs. So
Okay,
go
so
ahead,
I
Caleb.
decide to dance with you because I love you, for example.
Okay, I decide, pretty nice, a verb from this list, to dance, an infinitive. Pretty nice, Caleb. Pretty nice. Now let's see Victoria. Victoria. Let's see what is next. Okay, Victoria. Give me please an example using the verbs. Let's see. We have these, okay? Remember that we have this category, verbs with which we can use a gerund or an infinitive. So tell me a sentence in gerund and with an infinitive, please.
I like to learn English with you.
Okay, pretty nice. That is infinitive or gerund?
Infinitive.
Infinitive, okay. And how would that sentence be using a gerund?
I like learning English with you.
Okay, pretty nice. Awesome. So we have gerund or infinitive as we decide, right? Pretty good. Now let's see, Ronnie. It is your turn on my screen, Ronnie. Let's see. The next that we have is a subject, a gerund acting as a subject. Think about the subject of a sentence, but place a gerund.
Okay, maybe it could be watering plants at night and help them to grow.
Can you repeat, please? I didn't listen to the end.
Yeah, okay. Watering plants can help to them to grow.
Okay, pretty nice. Yes, we have the gerund watering, right? Pretty nice, Ronnie. Pretty nice. Watering plants, pretty good. Now let's see. The next that we have is for Guillermo. And we have adjective plus an infinitive.
Okay. Let me think. Adjective.
Think about an adjective and base your sentence in that.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Let me see, let me see. An
Okay.
adjective is something to describe a name, really.
Yes, the examples that we have are sad, important, difficult, complex, easy. Those are
But
some examples
you
of
have
adjectives.
to add just after the adjective, the infinitive too. Just after the adjective.
Yes, right away. They are together.
Okay, let me see.
Mhm.
Mm, I feel like feeling. I don't know how to say, but it's an adjective, really, not feel.
Feel is a verb.
Verb. Okay, let me see.
Mhm. So think about
Mm,
a quality. Think about a quality of something or someone, or an emotion too. Because sad is an emotion. It is an adjective of an emotion. I am sad.
okay, I am happy to see you.
Okay, really nice. Yes. So we have the adjective happy and we have the infinitive to see, right? Pretty good.
Yeah.
So in English, as just for you to know, we have some things called it phrases. So for example, we can say it is important, it is vital, it is difficult, it is complex, right? What is it? In some cases, we don't know what it is, right? Because we can say it's important to blah, blah, blah. But what is it actually, right? We are referring to something indefinite, right? So those are it phrases. So we can say it is important to act like this, right? So yes, your example, I am happy to see you. Pretty nice. And let's see the last one. A preposition plus a gerund. Frankie, think about an example with a preposition plus a gerund. Think about a
Sure.
preposition.
I think I forget to leave them to make their work.
Okay, which is the preposition?
The preposition is them. Ah, with preposition.
Yes, with preposition. You're using a pronoun. Yes,
Yeah, I use now.
yes. It is preposition plus a gerund.
with with prepositions.
Yes,
Uh,
remember the prepositions that we have. This is yours. Preposition plus a gerund. So think about the gerunds, the prepositions.
I put my pencil on preposition to Jeremy.
Mhm.
I uh, I leave my kid on putting my I
In that case, you're using the preposition as a preposition of place.
place.
No, you are using it as a preposition of place because you're saying, I leave my keys on. So you're talking about a place. You have to use the preposition as preposition, as a general preposition, in order to use a gerund after.
Um, I don't know.
Okay, think about the preposition about. The preposition about.
About mm, for forgetting. I forget my keys about
Mhm.
I don't know, forgetting my keys.
But we have the preposition about forgetting. But what do we have after before that?
I leave my keys on about.
That would be a preposition of place.
I got it.
Mhm. So think, forget about the keys, okay? So let's take the preposition about and think an example to use about. So we need a subject, a verb, about, and a gerund.
I mm, forget about
Yes.
making my homework,
About what?
making
Mhm.
homework.
Okay, pretty nice. That is correct. I forgot about making. So we have the preposition about and the gerund making. Okay, pretty nice. And let's see. We have for the last one. Do I have a volunteer to give me an example with the last category that we have? Do you want to go, Caleb?
Sure.
Yes? Okay, pretty nice. So a noun or a pronoun plus an infinitive, right?
Let me think. I asked you to play with me
Okay,
at,
pretty
at
nice.
the courtroom or at the beach. I don't know.
Okay, but yes, pretty nice. I asked you, right? Is that a noun or a pronoun?
Well, no, let me think. No. Yeah, you is a pronoun, isn't it?
Oh, yes, yes, perfect. It is a pronoun. It is not that it is incorrect. I was just asking you if it was a noun
Okay,
or a
but
pronoun.
let me think again, because them, the example we saw a few moments ago was them, and that's like a pronoun, but it's different because you is a personal pronoun and them is another type of pronoun. So it will be like but
The one
let me think.
that you used, the one that you used, is it a personal pronoun or is it another type of pronoun?
One I used was a personal one because I said, would you like, no, I was saying something like
You said I asked you to play.
yeah, it's like a personal one. It's a personal, I asked you. Yeah, I asked.
It is in the same category as them because of the usage you are giving to it. Because for you, we have you and you.
Then, yeah, that's true. I didn't.
So which is the other category besides personal pronouns?
I thought it was like a possessive one, like mine. No, that's yours. That's another thing.
Those are possessive adjectives.
Yeah.
So in this case, Caleb, I think that you're talking about this example, right?
Yeah.
So we have them. So them,
yes,
it is an object pronoun, like the one that you used.
so you in this in the sentence I created was like them.
Yes, an object pronoun, yes.
Okay.
Let's see. I think I have here. I think I have here an image so I can show you. Because yes, they are pronouns. Okay. Okay, there we have it. Here at your right, you can see subject pronouns or personal pronouns and object pronouns, right? So you used,
Them.
so for you, we say you, right? We have I, me, you, he, him, she, her, it, we, us, you. This you is for plural, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And for they, we have them. So the
Them.
one
Yeah.
you used is this one, right? So they are
Okay, okay, great.
okay. So let's see. After all of this, do you have a question, people? Tell me.
Practice.
No?
I haven't.
Okay. So let's see. I brought 3 practices for you, okay? But we are going to do, let's see, we're going to do this one. And I am going to give you the links for the other 2, and you can send it to me in the group or in a private message. Okay, I am going to send you these other 2, but we are going to complete this one right now. Okay, I am going to send you here in Zoom the link for this one. Okay, and meanwhile I am going to send you the verbs with which we can use gerunds, infinitives, and gerunds on infinitives. Okay, so start working on this. If you don't remember a verb, wait for me to send you the image, okay? But complete the ones that you remember, okay?
Okay. Gini kali ya. So Becky. So no, it's so expect. So expect. So going with you late. Vice. It's a very good question. That's a good one. Teacher, I have a weird, maybe dumb question.
Okay, any question is dumb. Don't worry, ask me.
When we are using, when we are going to say something in negative, like in the infinitive, do we use don't or not?
We say not before the infinitive.
Like don't to, and then the verb.
No, we say not. Not
Oh, not don't.
and
Okay, not.
infinitive.
Okay,
Not.
that was the question. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Not to.
Teacher,
Yes?
can you send us the complete table, please?
When finished, teacher.
Which one?
The
Thank you.
table,
Mhm.
that complete table.
Oh, yes. Or if you want, I can send you the whole PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, please, please.
So you can have all of the examples too.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, because
Teacher,
only the table maybe you will not remember. Yes, Caleb, tell me.
does stop enters the verb, gerund, or infinitive lists? Because start is in the list, but stop does it count?
Oh, yes, I found some verbs that go in those lists. So I'm going to update it for you. So which
Okay.
one? You told me stop.
Stop. It's
Oh,
like
That
stop. It's
one
like
goes
in the list where we can use gerund or infinitive.
with gerunds.
Just
I'm
with
going-
gerund.
Yes, with gerunds.
Okay.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Check. Oh, come on. Not.
I finished, but the last sentence I can't write to smoke, only a smoke.
Yes, it was
To
a tricky.
making it
Yeah, it was a tricky one.
What?
yeah, even I
That's not-
tried with smoking because I got it wrong.
Yeah, I imagine that you were going to try with both. Because yes, that is a tricky one.
and smoke, it's okay. It's infinitive form.
No, I don't know what happened to this. Smoke is the regular verb.
Yeah.
It is either a gerund or an infinitive.
Then
Yeah, this
uh,
I don't know
Why is
why
that,
they
teacher?
included. I don't know why they included this one, the last one, because we are not using a gerund or an infinitive.
Yeah, it
Maybe it was a
looks
trigger.
weird.
Yeah, it looks weird among the other ones, right? But yes,
yeah.
don't worry, because it is not either a gerund or an infinitive. I forgot mentioning it to you.
Okay, thanks. So
You finished, Jeremy?
yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
finished.
Okay, so let's see. Who wants to share screen so we can check them? I am trying to
Um,
send you. Uh-huh.
I
So
can if you
someone.
want. I don't
Okay,
mind
yes.
it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, let me see what. Um, that's my work. So my sister reminded me not to be late, but the fourth one, I don't know why it's wrong. I mind because you can't say being, you can you can't add ing to be, or you have to say like being.
Yes, we have been as a gerund, and we have been like a
What?
human being.
I
Yes.
what? It will be
Right.
like
Being
this.
ing. Yes. Being.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
I
human
swear.
beings.
Yeah, that would be the gerund form of the verb be.
Oh, I thought that it wasn't impossible, but okay.
No.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So my sister reminded me not to be late for the ceremony.
Mhm.
And why does he always avoid looking at me? I promised to stop by tomorrow. You can go. I don't mind being alone. Well, yeah, it matches the sentence really
Yes,
nice.
right? Mhm.
Yeah, I'm already so tired. I need to take a short break. After we finished doing our homework, we went for a walk.
Yes.
When does he expect to leave for Rome? His secretary advised us not to wait until autumn.
Mhm.
My boss expects me to finish the report by next Friday. My dad seems to be in a very good mood today. Mr. Jackson warned the boys not to touch the wires.
Mhm.
He advised me against renting that apartment. Would you please stop making so much noise?
Mhm.
He doesn't let anyone smoke in his new office.
Okay, very nice. So now we have them all right. Okay, so pretty nice. I sent you, thank you very much, Caleb. So I sent you practice number 1, and I am sending you right now practice number 2. Okay, these are the other ones that we have. So you can send them to me as a screenshot when you finish to the WhatsApp group, or to a private image, a private message, right? As you want. Okay. So thank you very much for attending the class.